You don't need to be a medical professional to travel like one. Just pack smarter with a few game-changing accessories. First up, a lockable pill organizer. TSA doesn't require it, but it helps keep your doses clear, separate, and safe from spills. Get one that snaps shut and separates morning from night, especially for longer trips. Next, if you carry temperature-sensitive meds like insulin or biologics, invest in a portable fridge bag or cooling case. The ones with built-in gel sleeves stay cold for 6 to 8 hours and are TSA compliant. And here's a pro move most people miss. Add a Bluetooth tracker, like Tile or AirTag, inside your medication pouch. If your bag gets misplaced, you won't be stuck refreshing the airline app and panicking. These tiny upgrades cost less than a tank of gas but could save your entire trip. You don't need to be a medical professional to travel like one. Just pack smarter with a few game-changing accessories. First up, a lockable pill organizer. TSA doesn't require it, but it helps keep your doses clear, separate, and safe from spills. Get one that snaps shut and separates morning from night, especially for longer trips. Next, if you carry temperature-sensitive meds, like insulin or biologics, invest in a portable fridge bag or cooling case. The ones with built-in gel sleeves stay cold for 6 to 8 hours and are TSA compliant. And here's a pro move most people miss. Add a Bluetooth tracker, like Tile or AirTag, inside your medication pouch. If your bag gets misplaced, you won't be stuck refreshing the airline app and panicking. These tiny upgrades cost less than a tank of gas but could save your entire trip. If the thought of airport security makes your blood pressure rise, this one's for you. TSA Cares is one of the most underused services in modern travel, and it's completely free. Whether you live with chronic illness, take anxiety meds, need assistance walking through scanners, or just get overwhelmed in chaotic lines, TSA Cares assigns you a personal support agent. They'll meet you at the checkpoint, help you organize your belongings, communicate with security officers on your behalf, and walk you through the process, step by step. Here's the catch. You need to request it at least 72 hours before your flight. Just go to the TSA Cares website or call their hotline. No paperwork, no diagnosis required. Just ask. And yes, these agents tend to be much more helpful than the average scanner operator who grunts "laptop out" without looking up. Packing your medications isn't just about what you bring, it's also about when and how you prepare. Start by freezing any cooling gel packs the night before, not the morning of your flight. This gives them the best shot at staying solid through security, which TSA requires. More on that later. Pack these items last so they're still cold when you reach the checkpoint. Second, consider flight timing. Early flights face fewer delays, which is a huge deal if your meds need refrigeration or timed doses. You don't want a 4-hour delay throwing off your treatment schedule. Third, bring small snacks or glucose tablets if your meds require food, because airplane food delays are real. And hydration matters more than people think. Dry cabin air can affect how certain meds absorb. Bottom line, prepping 12 hours earlier could prevent 12 hours of airport chaos later. TSA agents ask questions. Customs officers get suspicious. Your meds go missing. And in all 3 cases, you'll wish you had proof. That's why you should always keep digital copies of your prescription labels, doctor's letters, and dosage instructions saved in multiple places. Your phone gallery, a cloud folder like Google Drive or iCloud, emailed to yourself, or even stored in a notes app. No internet. No problem. You need offline access because, let's be honest, airport Wi-Fi fails when you need it most. Your phone dies, you can log in from someone else's device. Need an emergency refill abroad? That saved prescription could make or break your trip. Take 2 minutes now and save hours of future drama. Here's a brutal truth. What gets a green light from TSA might get you detained overseas. Many countries have stricter or just wildly different laws around medications. Let's say you're flying to Japan with Adderall. That's a felony. Heading to Mexico with pseudoephedrine, Sudafed, that's banned. Even basic sleep aids or nasal sprays can trigger trouble in places like the UAE or Singapore. And no, telling customs, but TSA said it was fine won't help. They don't care what the US allows, their laws, their rules. So here's what to do. Search your destination plus banned medications. Visit your airline's or embassy's travel advisory site. Consider calling the consulate if you're bringing controlled meds. Also, translate your prescriptions if needed. Trying to explain clonazepam through Google. Translate to a border agent? That's not a conversation you want to have. You planned for your flight, your hotel, your tours, but did you plan for the one thing that could actually ruin your trip? Losing your meds. Airlines lose bags, hotels misplace pouches, even you might forget a dose. That's why having a backup plan isn't optional, it's essential. Start by asking your doctor for a backup prescription, especially if you're traveling internationally or for longer than a week. Some providers will write a travel copy with dosage instructions handy if you need an emergency refill abroad. Also, check whether your insurance offers international coverage or if they partner with global pharmacy chains like Walgreens or CVS with global affiliates. You can also use telehealth services like Teladoc or PlushCare to get in touch with a US doctor even if you're overseas. And don't forget, some countries won't fill your US prescription unless it's written in a format they recognize. So digital backups and printed documents equals extra protection. If TSA opens your bag and finds a bunch of unlabeled white pills in a plastic container, you're not getting waved through, you're getting pulled aside. Especially in 2025, where medication screening is more cautious than ever, labels are your best defense. Controlled substances like Adderall, Ambien, or painkillers should always stay in their original pharmacy packaging. Even over-the-counter meds like melatonin or allergy pills can raise questions when stored in generic containers. And if space is tight, at the very least, snap a clear photo of the prescription label with your name, doctor, and dosage details, and store it in your phone or print a mini copy to keep in the pouch. Because let's be honest, miming these "help me sleep" to a TSA officer while holding an unlabeled pill case? Not ideal. Bonus: clearly labeled meds also make customs checks smoother, especially if you're flying internationally. If your medications need to stay cool, like insulin, growth hormones, or certain biologics, you need to know this one golden TSA rule. Gel or ice packs must be completely frozen at security. Not semi-solid, not coldish, frozen solid. If they're even a little slushy, TSA has the right to confiscate them, and then you're explaining to a Starbucks barista why you need their ice bucket for medical reasons. Here's the solution. Freeze your gel packs overnight before your flight. Pack them last so they stay cold the longest. Use an insulated cooler pouch to extend chill time. And yes, TSA allows you to carry gel packs even if they exceed the 3.4-ounce limit, as long as they're used solely to keep medication cold. Also, don't hide them. Clearly declare that they're for medical use, it'll speed up inspection. One of the biggest mistakes travelers make? Mixing their medications with their toiletries. Imagine this. TSA opens your bag and finds your prescription eye drops squished between leaky shampoo and a crusty tube of toothpaste. Not a good look. Instead, pack all your medications, prescription, and over-the-counter into a dedicated, transparent, resealable pouch. Not your 311 liquids bag. Not your makeup kit. Just your meds. This helps in 3 ways. Faster screening. TSA agents can quickly identify what's inside without digging. Less contamination, your pills won't taste like conditioner. Less confusion keeps you organized if you get pulled for a random check. Not all medications are treated the same by TSA, and knowing the categories can save you from hassle and unnecessary panic. Let's break it down. Solid meds, pills, capsules, tablets. No limits. You can bring as many as you need in any bottle or organizer, though labeling is still a smart idea. Liquid meds, cough syrups, eye drops, prescription creams. These are exempt from the 3.4-ounce liquid rule if they're declared as medically necessary. There's no hard limit, but bring only what you need for the trip and keep them separate from your non-medical liquids. Injectables, insulin, EpiPens, hormone treatments. Also allowed. But be smart. Keep them labeled, store in a protective case, and always pair them with a cold pack if needed. The key is intent and clarity. If you're carrying mystery liquids in shampoo bottles or needles in unmarked plastic, don't be surprised if TSA gets suspicious. Your prescription should never take the scenic route. Even if your meds are perfectly packed and TSA approved, none of it matters if they're in a bag that gets gate-checked or rerouted to a different city. That's why you should always pack medications in your personal item, not your carry-on suitcase, and definitely not your checked luggage. Airlines are constantly asking travelers to check carry-ons at the gate when overhead bins fill up. Once that happens, your bag is out of your hands and possibly out of reach for hours or days. Now imagine landing in another country and discovering your blood pressure pills are 1,200 miles away. Not ideal. Your personal item, backpack, tote, or shoulder bag is the only one guaranteed to stay with you through the entire flight. That's where your medications belong. Pack smart, keep it accessible. Your future, jet-lagged self will thank you. Let's be clear, you're allowed to bring medications through TSA. But you still need to tell them up front, especially if you're carrying liquids, gels, syringes, or cooling packs. When you walk up to the conveyor belt, verbally declare your medications before the agent asks. Say something like, "These are medically necessary prescriptions, and this gel pack is to keep them cool." Why? Because it instantly reframes the situation. You're not sneaking in weird liquids, they're medically required. You're not hiding syringes, they're life-saving tools. This reduces delays, avoids awkward misunderstandings, and makes agents far more cooperative. Also, TSA officers are trained to handle medication-related items with respect and care, but they're human. Give them clarity, and they'll give you a smoother experience. Bonus tip: carry an emergency med card. This one could literally save your life. Create a laminated emergency medication card with the following info: full name, list of current medications and dosages, medical conditions like diabetes, epilepsy, etc., allergies, emergency contact, doctor's name and phone number. Slip this card into your wallet, passport holder, or med pouch. If you're unconscious, confused, or stuck in a foreign country where no one speaks your language, this card speaks for you. Bonus: customs officers and TSA agents respect a traveler who's organized and prepared. It shows you're not hiding anything, you're just traveling responsibly. So, there you have it, 12 expert-backed tips, plus a bonus, to help you pack, carry, and protect your medications while flying in 2025. From freezing gel packs the right way to avoiding legal nightmares at customs, you now know more than 99% of travelers. And the truth is, it's not about overpacking. It's about packing smart so that one misplaced pill bottle doesn't become a full-blown airport disaster. Traveling with medications doesn't have to be stressful, but it absolutely demands preparation. Whether you take one daily prescription or manage a complicated health routine, the TSA process can be smooth, fast, and drama-free when you follow these steps. And hey, if you found this helpful, give the video a like, hit subscribe, and let us know in the comments. What's the one medication you never fly without? Because smart travel isn't just about the destination, it's what you survive on the way there.